Welcome back to Eastlink Magazine. Joining me now from Halifax is Hilary Riefesel, and she's with the Themba Development Project. Hilary, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, first of all, give us a bit of background on the Themba Project.
Well, the Themba Development Project is a 100% volunteer-based grassroots charity organization helping to support two struggling South African communities, Themba and Nqiningana.
Now, what are some of the specific projects taking place in these two villages?
Well, we've been working with Themba for the last 3 years in creating sustainable gardening plots, organic community gardens, and also creating sustainable ways of catching rainwater to provide safe drinking water for the people living there. But our main focus right now is Nqiningana. It's a very arid community, way out in the mountains. It's actually in a valley, surrounded by beautiful, beautiful mountain range, but they are struggling with 6 months of the year drought. So what we are focusing on right now is we'd like to bring it to the same level as Themba with the community gardens, but right now there's not enough water to support such gardens. And we've come across this technology that they're developing called fog harvesting. Basically, it's using these big nets that we would put up in the mountains where it's foggy, and water collects on these nets, and then we redirect that condensation down into the valley. And they're using that in the northern part of South Africa, in the Limpopo province, and they are able to get, 150 liters to 250 liters of water per day, even in the peak of a drought season. So if we can get that in place, that's gonna do wonders for the community, and then we'll have enough water so that the people can drink, animals can drink, and then we can have extra left over for irrigation.
Now, before the interview, you mentioned that the doers of this organization live in the communities. They're hands-on.
Yeah. Well, with the exception of a small fundraising team here in Halifax and our founding director, Catherine Robar, every single member of the Themba Development Project is also a member of the community. So before we start any project, it's a matter of, well, what will work here? What will work in your community? What are your priorities? What do you immediately need? And culturally, how will this work with your way of life? So it's a very holistic approach to international aid.
And what do you mean when you say that the Themba Project is 100% volunteer? How does that differ from maybe other organizations?
Well, with a lot of the larger, more established charities, they've grown big enough that they have administration fees, and we're trying to keep it small but productive, and as I said, grassroots, so that we can forward all of the money that we're fundraising directly to the communities and make the most of our fundraising efforts.
And how do people become involved, whether it's donating time or money?
Well, you can visit our website, thembaproject.org. You can make a donation there through PayPal or through CanadaHelps.org. We've got some events coming up. Very exciting, kind of epic fundraiser happening in China, actually, in May. Our friend Stephanie Caldo will be running the Great Wall Marathon on May 21st. It's her first marathon she's ever run in her life, and she's decided to donate all of her pledges to the Themba Development Project. So that's really, really exciting. She's got a blog online. You can find that from our website and track her training, and it's really exciting. Another project that's coming up that's more accessible to the people here in Halifax is an evening of artwork and music at the Resolutes Club, April 14th. That's on Inglis Street in Halifax's South End. There's going to be live music, dancing. There's going to be a live art installation that's going to be raffled off at the end of the evening. It's going to be a very fun evening.
Great, thanks a lot, Hilary.
Thank you very much for having me.
Watch Eastlink Magazine. You'll be glad you did.